Coach, what can you tell us about tomorrow night's lineup?
I can't tell you anything because we haven't decided it yet.
No?
No, we have to go back now and figure out what we're doing. If we're keeping the same lineup as last game or which goalie we want first. For sure, Condo's going to play one of the two games. And then we have to debate if we're going 11-7 again or we're going 12-6.
Nice to have that debate based on the result in Vancouver.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was the right choice last game. I think the kids played really well. If you look at what Yaros did, he played great, and Shabbat, and our whole defensive core really has shown great things in the midst of this adversity of missing top-end guys. And our goalie played well. But I think if you look at our overall game, I mean, the shots were 40-26, if I'm not mistaken. So you know that's really good. Another barn. And missing our guys, so I'm really pleased, and we kept the scoring chances to a low amount. So every game we give less and less. So we're really starting to look like our team, even though Eric's not there and Oduya. So a lot of good things.
How much of a factor, Guy, will in your decision on a goalie will be Craig's performance in Edmonton last year?
It's something in your mind, but it's totally different circumstances because last year was not a back-to-back. And we know now Calgary's coming back from a road trip. You know, I have to look at the big picture, really. And yeah, if it was just an isolated game, I think it'd be a no-brainer. But now, with these circumstances now, back to back, we have to revisit and see what we need to do.
Is Johnny Oduya?
What will sort of be?
I don't know, to be honest with you. That's what we have to discuss. Right now, I would give you the answer if I had the answer, because I don't know what's going to be the deciding factor right now. That's what we have to sit down and look over with the staff and with Pierre Groux and see what the goalies, where he thinks they're at and which would fit more one or the other.
And how much do you want to use Mike Condon?
Oh, a lot. Oh yeah, we know that that's why he's here. That's why we signed him. That, you know, we're not going to sign a guy that's going to play 10 games here. Yeah, we want him. We want to use him a lot. Two reasons: one, he's good, and he's shown that he can play a lot of games. And two, we want a fresh Anderson, and we know that when Anderson's fresh, he's got outstanding numbers, and that's where we're heading. So already 19 back-to-back. So right there, most probably, maybe for an exception here or there, most probably we've got 19 games already. So that's a lot of games already. But he's going to have more than that.
Coach, is there a chance that Johnny Oduya can enter the lineup tomorrow?
You never know. That's right now I'm waiting for a phone call to see where he's at, but I know that he was doing much, much, much better. So we're getting closer and closer. So we'll see for the first game, maybe the second game, and at worst, I'd say at worst, the very worst, next Tuesday.
Expected to be en route tomorrow, or?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe. I'll see. Maybe even now. Like, I got to talk to Pierre what's going on. Yeah, I got to take our medical staff back home. So,
how do you get that power play going? And I
very
know you've
simple.
had opportunities.
Here's where it's at. It's very simple. It's clear. Like, we were not good to break out. Now we're really good to break out. We weren't good to release pressure. Now we're really good releasing pressure. We get the structure that we want. The problem we're having is we're not getting those pucks inside and getting those dirty goals. If you look at all the other teams' power play goals, you look at Pittsburgh yesterday. Crosby just puts the puck in, and there's 2 and 3 guys whacking and jamming. That's where the power plays are at in the NHL. Toronto, the same thing. And right now, we don't have enough pucks going in there and enough whacking and battling. That's all that's missing, period. There's nothing else. Like, it's the setups there, the breakouts there, the release pressure's there. It's just we need to be more hungry and determined inside around the goaltender and inside those face-off dots. That's all.
So it's not about chances, it's creating second
yes, that's exactly, you're right on. That's exactly what it is. That's all. So I would tell you otherwise if it wasn't. Like, right now, we're down to that last part. Like, the previous game was really a good one. It was a great power play one, but we didn't get the result out of it. And so I think the guys are starting to look at something else. But we didn't have to look at, we need to reproduce the same thing and just probably would have something positive. So I think yesterday we went back, keep staying on a perimeter, which we got it set up. That was not an issue. But we can't stay on a perimeter. We got to get inside and pay the price and get dirty, because that's where the power plays are.
Does pressure build when?
Yes. Yes, it does. And I think that's when it makes you do other things than the ones that are going to pay off. Right now, we were on our way the previous game was outstanding. We just didn't score, and that's going to happen. So if we stuck to that, most probably we would have had one in. But we didn't stick to that. We start cross-passing, waiting for an extra play, and that's not good enough. So we're at that last stage right now. So we got to focus on that last stage.
You just got there, but what do you think Jagger brings to the Flames?
Well, I mean, he's Jagger, so I mean, you're going to get great puck possession, big body that can hold on to it, a guy that has some offense, he's got a lot of experience, and right now they got him on their third line. So I mean, with Bennett there, so they got more depth, and they're a better team than they were last year. Their defensive core is very solid. Their goaltending is very solid. That's a team right now that I think is contending, definitely.
Do you marvel that a guy is still playing at that age?
Yes, yes, because I'm only a year older than him, and I feel 20 years older. I get up in the morning, my goodness, I can't believe he's still going. It's tribute not just to the player, it's I think persistence and all the qualities that make for a superstar, and being able to sustain that over a long period of time like that is just absolutely astonishing.
How much will the factor will in back-to-back situation be the young legs and you know?
Like, I'll be honest, right now we're looking at that one game. It's scary to look at the back-to-back. Like, let's not kid ourselves. We got Edmonton that's waiting for us, has 4 days to practice after a game they didn't like, where their coach is giving it to them. And so I saw that on TV like everybody else yesterday. Like, they're going to be hungry, flying, and driving. But we can't look at that game right now. That's not the game we're playing tomorrow. And that's the only focus we have to have, is we want to win tomorrow's game, period.